In fact, I even said no to the film. I was very, very scared. Nagi convinced me and he said, "You can pull this off." I thought, okay, if somebody else can trust me, why can't I trust myself? Nagi, what did you even see in me? So he said, I saw you in a Tamil film where you were on top of the train, and in that particular song, I looked into your eyes and I could see Savitri Man. I really wanted to do something that was very different from Nano locals. You have to do some big films with big heroes, but you might not have a big part in it. King Khan, big fan of him, and Ranveer, and Rajkumar Rao.
Well, brave is a woman who knows her worth. Braver is the woman who knows her worth and never lets anybody else makes her believe otherwise. Yesterday, I'm sitting with somebody who's braver and the bravest of them all because if you to look at her career graph, you will say that too. Keerthy Suresh joins me for a conversation only on Gulte.com. Thank you so much for doing this.
Hi, thank you so
I
much.
have to tell you that I have actually bothered your manager and your team so much for the last 1 year to be able to do this.
Oh, really?
All the Instagram profiles that are linked to your page, I've
Oh.
gone and messaged them and said that please, can we do this? Can we do this?
I'm
And
glad
finally, it's
we're
happening.
finally doing this. Thank you.
But thank you for doing this, first of all.
My pleasure.
And I've been taught a few lovely Telugu things, which is Dinni, Chesi Nanduku, Dhanyavadalu.
దీన్ని చేసినందుకు ధన్యవాదాలు.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for doing this.
My pleasure.
I have to ask you that, you have, I met Samantha just 3-4 days ago.
Okay.
People, today women in every industry is taking rapid strides, and they're completely being the part and the voice and the face of a changing narrative. There was a time when people would look at films in any language and a woman would be given, there will be very few films where women will have like a complex part.
Yeah.
Today, with faces like you, that has changed. Do you see that shift?
Definitely. I think we have to give it off to Nayanthara ma'am because I think she was the one who started that. If I'm not wrong, with a film called Maya, and then eventually it started changing. She did that, and other people have gotten the opportunity to do such films, and people have started seeing talents that in a lot of women out there that even they can pull off something by themselves, which is great. So I'm happy that we are in this run and in the best phase of cinema.
Everybody will regard Mahanati as one of the best films ever made in Indian films, in the last 10 years especially. For you, it took a Mahanati to completely change the people's perception about you as an actor also, but you always had it in you. In the beginning, when you were trying to have that shift, when you were trying to get those films where it was acting oriented and a lot to perform, acting class, did you face any difficulties? Because usually women are told that, why are you doing these films? What if this don't work?
Yeah, I think in the beginning of the film, in fact, I even said no to the film. I was very, very scared. Nagi convinced me and he said, "You can pull this off." I thought, okay, if somebody else can trust me, why can't I trust myself? And I took it over and I did it. But I think I was even trolled for even being chosen to do the character, which I was told, which I even realized much later. While the promotions of the film was happening, they asked me, "You were trolled in the beginning. What do you think about it?" I was like, "Oh, was I? I don't even know about it." So I generally don't take much interest on all the negativity on social media, but still, there was a lot of challenges that I faced because it's a real personality that I'm playing that people loved on screen and off screen both. And honestly, the off screen is even more difficult to crack because on screen you have some reference that you can look at and do it, which is difficult. But off screen, to get that personality, to mold a character, it was just her daughter. I spoke to her daughter. She gave me tips on how she used to talk, walk. So we shared a lot of common things, and I had to think of it and mold a character and get that done. So yeah, it involved a lot of challenges, but I'm glad that I got to do it.
you have been again a very strong voice when it comes to fighting against stereotypes. There has been a certain South stereotype attached to South Indian actors. Whenever I meet them, when they say that when other part like films from film offers from other parts of the world come, or when people are looked at today, that is changing. Like I said at the press conference as well, you have been there when the change was not there. Did you see that shift happening, and how was it? And like you said today at the press conference also, that for the longest time people felt that you're a Hindi film heroine.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that that's not happening anymore. We have a variety of characters, great filmmakers. It's glad that everyone's thinking different and thinking big. So we get the opportunity to play different characters. Like, just take the example of Mahanati. Nagi saw something in me to even choose me for that character. I couldn't have even thought of doing such a character. I never thought I'll be able to pull it off. So I think while the film was getting over, I asked Nagi, what did you even see in me? So he said, I saw you in a Tamil film where you were on top of the train, and in that particular song, I looked into your eyes and I could see Savitri Man. I was like, dude, where do you even get this from? So I'm glad that we have so many filmmakers out there who have a vision. And Srikanth is also one such filmmaker who has a vision. They're clear on what they want. I think such filmmakers are changing what's
and it
happening.
shows in the trailer
It shows,
also.
yeah, it changes what's happening today.
But are there any other incidents where you faced a certain type of stereotypical comment or a response?
I think in the beginning of my career, where you have to do some big films with big heroes, but you might not have a big part in it. But honestly, I believe that commercial films are also very important, provided you get a good character to play in it, not like it has to have a minimum screen space, but it doesn't have to be everywhere that you need to like sit and perform. I think sometimes you need to take a break, to step back and relax in some films as well, I feel.
But in Dasara, you have a completely de-glam look.
I don't know if de-glam is the right word, because I think every boy in Telangana will fall in love with her. I mean, she's a representation of every woman in Telangana, I feel. Because I think she has a certain... I understand when you say de-glam, it's the different kind of makeup and all that, but I would call her, she's glamorous in her own way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful inside out.
Yeah. So there's a beauty behind Vanilla. So yeah, I think even you will love her.
Your first film in Nani actually is a super hit on satellite, even in the Hindi dubbed version.
Yeah, Khiladi number 4. So Super Khiladi 4. Oh God, I'm never getting this right.
Super Khiladi 4.
Yeah, Super Khiladi 4. I've been saying Khiladi 4.
And this is the next one that is coming up. That time you got to know Nani for the first time. This time you guys were friends when you guys came together for a film, and it's a very physically draining film like this. How was your equation with him on the sets this time?
I think both of us have not changed a bit. I feel like it's the same old Nani, but the thing is, we had more interactions in this one because that one we were playing it was a fun film, we were playing fun roles. But here, when it comes to film, I mean, it is fun, but after a certain point, it is serious, also. So we got to share a lot more things, and we spoke a lot. And when I'm talking with Nani, if we talk for 5 hours, more than 4.5, he'll be talking only about cinema. Just about cinema. He has that pure love for cinema, his passion, which I really love about him. And we've stayed friends from that time. And we were actually looking to come back together in a film like this. I got some offers in between, but I really wanted to do something that was very different from Nano Local. So we came back together in this, and I think this is the right film where we both could perform. One
thing that when you talk about friendships, you have a lot of friends in the industry and who you stand with. Like today, Rana Daggubati came and he stood with you guys. There's a lot of brotherhood and sisterhood in the Telugu film industry, especially. Whenever I go, I see that somebody is coming and pushing each other. And today, even when the trailer or the reels that you've done, if you go and see, you will see Samantha and Rashmika and all of them like coming and commenting. Have you ever planned to do a film where it's like all about women, and like maybe if you had to, who would you want to do it with?
it's actually been running in my mind that, I saw some projects which were announced in Bollywood where a lot of women are doing films together. So I thought it'll be exciting if a few of us can get together and do a film. And I do have a few names in mind, but I don't want to tell it out because I don't want anyone to steal this idea. So
No, but I want to know who. Who do you want to do?
no,
it
I
with?
don't want anyone to steal the idea. So
No,
I
that's
won't
okay.
say
No, the idea kahan? You just have to say which are the actresses that you would
that.
want
I
to-
don't want to say I'm saying
Okay.
because like I have 2-3 people in my mind.
Or
like-
who do you consider friends from the industry?
You just you know my friends will play with me, so smart. I have Nani, I have Nitin, and from Tamil I have Atli. Atli is doing a film with King Khan and Sam, Kalyani Priyadarshan, Priyanka Mohan, a lot of people.
And finally, were there never any Bollywood film offers that came to you? I've heard that there were many which you didn't really do. Is there any plan to do it, and why didn't you do it before?
I'm just waiting for the right script. I feel like I didn't get the right script till now, so I'm waiting for a good one and it'll soon happen.
And if you had to pick 3 people from your wish list of directors from this part, like Hindi film industry, and 3 actors who you would love to work with, who would they be?
Mr. Bansali and Rajkumar Hirani sir.
I thought so.
And who else? Can you give me some options?
Karan Johar, I feel.
Oh yeah, Kecho, yeah,
And,
definitely.
actors who
Actors, King Khan, big fan of him, and Ranveer, and Rajkumar Rao.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was lovely talking to you. Meeto matladatam chala bagundi. Have I said it?
మీతో మాట్లాడడం చాలా బాగుంది.
Meeto
మాట్లాడడం చాలా బాగుంది.
Sala
చాలా
chala
బాగుంది.
bagundi.
బాగుంది.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
You're really, really
you.
sweet. Thank you for doing this. All
Thank
the
you
best.
so much. Thank you.